TK's Forest at that as well. It has been for the most part of the year. One of their favorite maps early on, though. It is going to be FaZe Clan. With the initial time, replays with the SMG, looking to get up close and personal with Pharaoh, finds the pick, and more importantly here, Revan stays alive, teammate in the hill.
And this is a tough situation for TK to be in. You figure they're coming fresh off that loss to Evil Genius, whereas FaZe Clan on this fine Sunday afternoon, they've been the Heartbreak Kids. They take down EU United 3-0 fashion after that miraculous comeback a match before against Team Envious. You got to figure these guys, they're just riding one huge wave of momentum right now.
And they know, historically, they've been in these situations before. They're no stranger to going on these big losers bracket runs. And they're going to be playing with so much confidence. After the first hill, of course, FaZe Clan going to have a very comfortable lead. Now, though, it's all about that rotation, and you can see Team Kaliber ready and waiting.
And speaking of our Stage 2 champions, Team Kaliber, we had Kenny on the desk a couple times. He always talks about how resilient his team is when it comes down to bouncing back from losses, and that's exactly what they have to do coming to this matchup against FaZe. And on this run's Hardpoint, this is where TK get their first couple points of the game. It's going to be attached trying to break on in, replays on the follow, but as it stands, now kill feed, it's more blue than red. They wipe the map of all the FaZe Clan members, and now TK have some breathing room. They can extend out on the map and establish their presence.
They're going to have FaZe Clan pushing from back bunker side, and TK is ready and waiting for it. Expect a flurry of kills in quick succession from Accuracy. There is going to be 2. Puts him halfway now towards the glide bomb. Zua trying to break from mid-map, has replays there. Unfortunately, he falls, and you can see what replays did there. Very smart. Pushes up towards mid-map, tries to influence the spawn just enough that FaZe Clan now have the bunker spawn.
And we didn't see it on the screen, but Priesta with the grenade kill actually shuts him down towards Streaks. Now the next in line for this TK lineup, it's going to be Enable. Shuts down Zuma, 425 out of 700 towards that initial glide bomb. When 10 seconds remaining as he gets cut down, it's all about the rotation towards his upcoming bunker Hardpoint, and it's Accuracy leading the way here for TK with some help from Enable.
Priesta has to go big here. He has to play his life and stay alive, because you can see FaZe, they're spawning out. Priesta with 1. Can he find himself a double? Accuracy didn't spot him, and that is going to be 2 from Priesta before finally Kenny able to get that trade. For now, at least, TK with the favorable spawn for bunker. They get the hill time as well, but FaZe, with the utility of smoke grenades here, could potentially push straight through the front.
Oh, that was a huge rotation for TK to come out on top on it. Now they're finding the kills to back it on up. It's only Priesty here trying to influence the spawns, but now he's at least inside the Hardpoint. This forces TK to fight from the backside of bunker. The angle is given up from FaZe as TK pushed back on it, and still kills being exchanged. Hardpoint contested for the time being, and this is fine for FaZe Clan, right? Because TK have their favorable spawns for bunker, and then when you think ahead towards the East Road Hardpoint, the main road Hardpoint, right? FaZe, they want to lock down that cabin map, and they're already there. They're spawning exactly where they want to hold.
As it stands, 18 seconds left on bunker for TK. It should be time. You see FaZe, they want to go for one more contestation. Honestly, with 4 players down, now you just see they leave Zoomer in the hill. Everybody else rotates. Keep your eye on Priesta, by the way. A sensational start to this game, 13-7. If he can try and find maybe a bit more of a groove, go on a bigger streak potential here, and get some streaks, FaZe Clan could go back into the lead.
Despite the big performance from Priesta, FaZe, they find themselves down by around 32 points. East Road now popped up, but this is usually a contest-heavy Hardpoint. One player trying to sneak behind enemy lines. That's Kenny, but Attach, he's there to spot him on out. And now FaZe, they're actually soaking up some time here inside the Hardpoint. And one thing that's missing from this FaZe Clan lineup is some streaks. Attach, he's on a 4-speed right now, working his way towards some of those streaks I was just mentioning.
Now, though, can he watch that cross? That's what he ultimately wants to try and do. It's to the left-hand side. 2 players from TK will be there. Attach, so patient, so experienced, even though he is a very young player. And again, those streaks that you mentioned, Revan, will be so important. But Priesta opens things up with the door. Priesta with the triple kill mid-map. And now the attention is drawn to Priesta and Attach, both working towards those streaks. And the argument could come through here. Who wants the plus 100? Well, that's going to make the argument just a little bit easier. Attach falls. Priesta still alive, but he wants a little bit of extra support before he plays for that plus 100.
And he fills in the gap that Attach left on the map. There's another kill going in Priesta's favor. You figure he also wants that initial time on the Hardpoint, but he doesn't see what we see. Accuracy. He's just waiting right around the corner. And now Priesta knows somebody's over towards the Hardpoint. With that kill on the Kenny, secures himself the glide bomb. Now replays acting as bait for Priesta inside the Hardpoint. Even though he falls to enable the capture points is all he needs. Now fully streaked out. Even though FaZe are down by 15 points, those streaks could bring them right back into the game.
And now you're going to see the artillery barrage used as well.
I don't like that.
This is going to be interesting because replays himself getting inside the hill. He also got the plus 100 points there, so he's got himself a little close to streaks. But this is more a play from FaZe to say, let's secure all of this time. Let's make sure we get all of Cave and then potentially have to use another streak on rotation.
Well, I do agree with that sentiment. This is a big time for FaZe to pick up. I thought they had a good enough setup to just lock down those kills, and now let's see if they can get ahead on this rotation. Time is about to expire here on the Cave Hardpoint, and taking a look at the minimap, you can see some FaZe members with initial positioning over towards this Ruins hardpoint. Priest, the man of the hour so far at 21 and 11 now, still with 2 streaks left to use.
And if they pick up this kill on Pharaoh, Priest doesn't have to invest anything further. This is essentially a great rotation for FaZe. They will get the early time here. You can see it's going to be Zuma there. Again, Replay's trying to rotate. Unfortunately, he does fall. So no further streaks. Still a glide bomb and a fighter pilot in play for FaZe. However, it's Zuma left last alive in the hill. He wants to try and push out. Smart play from him. Pharaoh to the right-hand side. Zuma, is he going to get good timing? They're just dancing, darting around essentially the pillar there, but Zuma has the support coming in from attach. Pharaoh will fall, but TK now on the hill, and you see them being so patient. The fighter pilot called in from Priest. That's going to connect with 2. Still one player though from TK there. It's going to be Kenny. Finds the first, instantly traded by Zuma, and Zuma now again close to some more streaks.
So explosive is the Italian sound, but he gets cut down just short of earning those streaks. And before that fighter pilot got called on in, I got to give credit to both teams. TK setting up the pinch, extending on both sides of the hardpoint, but then Zuma with a decisive play, going right over towards Bell, just to try to isolate one player. And now it's FaZe back inside the hardpoint, still with that 20-point lead.
Priest, another triple kill, currently sitting double positive, 26 and 13. We have to find out how the boys at FaZe kind of communicating. Let's send it to an Astro Gaming listening.
I needed you though, I needed you.
Yeah, I'm in the bell corner, I'm in the bell corner.
I'm looking inside bell, because I hope a fire tank.
He's fire tank. I'm in the bell corner, I'm in the bell corner.
I think there's one close to Army.
Yeah, they're cabin. I'm coming.
I need your front. I'm
watching my first. I'm
standing in front.
Alright, I need a front too. I'm gonna push out.
Help me.
Her front.
First. Nothing first yet. Nothing first yet. They got me filled. Fill the middle. Fill the middle. I'm much out.
Look at the back.
Nice.
I have the back now.
Kenny's dead. Let's go.
Back there.
I threw it in front.
Start pushing to the left.
I'm gonna pinch right.
Take me first.
I'm looking first.
Yeah, not there. They can be filled.
Stunning first cross.
I'm pinching
I have a pump,
guys.
guys.
I'm pinching guys.
Middle, fire dead.
Alright, so I'm
Front, turn!
I'm watching.
Nice. Let's get him the
Sit
Go hit left over, just bomb it up.
Left side bunker, guys.
Look at first. I'm nading in hill.
I'm hurt.
Already fourth. He's pushing bridge.
Yo, two in bunker. Let's go.
Kenny, nice having a time.
There might be either you.
Yo, he's army. Right side.
Nice. One more on me. Middle.
One shot.
We spawn bridge, Chris. We spawn bridge.
I'm holding it.
Come on, bridge. Come. Two minutes.
Yeah, they smoked. I got him first. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm looking, huh?
Hey, got me left. He's gonna go and I have the pinch. Don't worry about it.
Yo, two army. One's army.
Help him, guys. We need help him,
I'm in fire.
One can be pinching.
I know. I'm holding forward. They can be fire.
Enables close left.
FaZe Clan now with a 50-point lead, but Revan, the key play throughout that entire listening that we saw, replays the rotation from Ruins to bunker, picks up a triple kill, and it secures FaZe Clan such a big chunk of time.
It's funny to think back to the beginning of the year where people were doubting replays and the roster he put together for this FaZe lineup, and boy, did they prove everybody wrong. But now TK, they're starting to come back into this game. They brought the deficit only down to just 40 points, and Pharaoh, as he's starting to have a hot hand in this game, currently at 15 to 22, working his way towards some streaks. The glide bomb, unfortunately, though, connects on him right through the roof. I was about to say that could be the turn of the tide for the game for TK to bring them right back into it, but Pharaoh gets shut down.
No, an artillery barrage now invested from Team Kaliber. Can FaZe still push through? Yes, they can. It was replays, went straight through in towards the hill. FaZe still trying to get that time. They're still attached over by that first hard point. A note attached deciding to pull away because he was so close to streaks, but Kenny, the streak stopper this game, he'll find another one. Enable invest a glide bomb. He still has a fight bomb. Doesn't connect with the glide bomb though, so with 25 seconds left, FaZe can potentially push the 200-point mark here.
And you know, look at the slang that TK bringing to the table right now. You figure it's only a matter of time, and usually it's around now where Kenny goes on a massive spree, bringing TK back in the game. But as it stands, it's just Enable going positive at +7. But look, they break on into the cave hardpoint. That's 10 seconds of scrap time going in their favor. You still have the fighter pilot if you lose this rotation over towards Ruins to break on back in. So TK, they're still in a manageable position in this game.
And honestly, unless Accuracy is able to maybe get one more pick, you may see that fighter pilot essentially forced to be called in. Enable thought about it. Waiting now for his teammates to get closer to him. Doesn't want to essentially just waste the thing. Has to just buy some time. Problem is, time is of the essence. Zuma will fall. Now is the time for him to use it. You can see that reason behind that is because of the pinch. How many kills is he gonna get? There's one, that's Priest. Attaches in the hill, connects with that. Recognizes the play directly near him. Bring around the Rosie, Enable to his left-hand side. He doesn't see him just yet. But for now, the hill completely neutral. Is Replays thinking about potentially rotating the 2 FaZe players there. Enable doesn't know it just yet, but there's the first 4 in a row for Enable. Spots Priester as well. Enable trying to just drag Team Kaliber back into the game. Priester will fall. Enable spots attached, but he's doing such a good job of simply staying alive.
That was such a stressful engagement to watch. Enable come out on top on just a couple moments, a couple different timings, and things go a little bit differently. But look, FaZe Clan, they don't really care about that final 30-second scrap time. It's all about the rotation for them, as they have a significant lead in this game. As long as they lock down Bunker, just like they did in the previous Hardpoint over there, they should be fine in this game.
Enable needs a little bit of help here. He's tagged up both Attach and Zoomer in a multitude of gunfights. FaZe though, inside Bunker to start, 210 to 149. Enable desperately trying to assist his teammates on breaking through the backside of Bunker. Can he do it though? Because FaZe still with control. Where are the extra resources? It felt like Enable had been alive for so long. Enable falls, Pharaoh falls, and now TK are going to be left funneling through the front.
Coming into today, TK hadn't dropped a single hardpoint. They dropped 2 against Evil Geniuses, and this might be their 3rd in a row, as FaZe can only need 20 more seconds to close out map number 1. But the spawns have flipped. TK with a chance to break on in from behind.
Pharaoh almost gave away some streaks there. Priester was so close. He's dropped 40 kills. 26 deaths, 10 more seconds is all they need. Attach is trying to slay from cabin wall. Can TK even get close to the first hill? I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Map number 1 is going to FaZe Clan as they try and complete a historic losers bracket run.
They're no strangers to it, just like we highlighted coming into this matchup. It's been all year long for this FaZe Clan lineup. When their backs are against the wall and they're facing the brink of elimination, that's when you see these 4 players turn up the most. And that's a big way to start off this series against Team Kaliber, because just like I pointed out, Hardpoint's been their best game mode this entire weekend.
They've been great all week, to be honest.
Yeah.
You think about day 1, even in groups, they were solid at Hardpoint. Now all of a sudden, we get to Championship Sunday and the cracks starting to form for Team Kaliber in that game mode. The big worry, though, for me, Revan, is you're now going up against FaZe Clan in Search and Destroy. We've talked no end about how good FaZe Clan really is at that game mode. Zoomer, his first blood percentage, absurd. Replays, the intelligence, the clutch factor. He's been doing it all year. TK, this is going to be a very difficult Search and Destroy to win.
And we've cast a lot of FaZe games throughout this weekend. I think we could point out so many moments from each and every player on this roster in Search and Destroy where they showed up big time for their team. You already pointed out Attach, Azuma, Priestess having big games, and you talked about Replays. He's one of the smartest minds that we have in Call of Duty. It's going to be a good matchup, but look, if you see TK going down 0-2 in this series, do you think they have it in them? Do they have enough gas left in the tank to maybe complete a future reverse sweep?
It's the stage 2 champs. You can't write them out until the series is done and dusted, right? They always will have a little bit extra. But I mean, if you look at TK as an organization throughout the year, I mean, here's how it started. They won the first 2 events. From then, a little bit of inconsistencies really showed. Of course, you look at stage 1, 4th place there. But it was recently, stage 2 playoffs, 1st place. And that is really what has given so many people the idea that maybe they could go on and win this. For FaZe, though, I mean, you talk about inconsistent. You got a 1st place slap bang there from stage 1, 4th place at the first event. That was through open bracket, by the way. I believe that's actually the highest placing any team has ever placed starting in the open bracket. But boy, oh boy, would a number 1 look good right at the end here for FaZe.
Oh, absolutely. And look, FaZe Clan and TK, this is a matchup that's happened at just about every single major event this year. It seems like every day to every event to open up a Sunday match, it's FaZe versus TK, and they just trade series back and forth. So we expect this one to be just as close and contested as all of their previous matchups.
Obviously, you mentioned that we've seen a lot of FaZe Clan in Search and Destroy. St. Marie du Mont, a map and game mode specifically that we've seen them play. And one of the keys is exactly how Replays approaches this map with how he pushes through certain sites. I'm curious to see if TK have done their research, but you look at the most recent match between the two, was stage 2 playoffs. It was a 3-0, but you have to look at the score lines, relatively close, really, maybe outside of that first hub.
Yeah, you know, pretty close score, but also consider the environment now that we're in. TK fresh off that loss in the winter bracket finals against Evil Geniuses. FaZe, they've been mopping up every single team they've faced in the losers bracket, continuing this run. So it's high momentum on the FaZe side, a little bit low on the TK side. This first round is going to be a big deal when we enter that Search and Destroy.
And you have to think about experience. Who has been in these situations? Championship Sunday at a Call of Duty World Championship and flourished. Well, 2 names on FaZe, not that many on the side of Team Kaliber. Of course, heading now to St. Marie du Mont. Excited to see essentially and will come out on top.
Well, you see the players that TK have to shut down coming into this map. Attach and replays the number 2 and number 3 KDs, and they're not far behind one another, 1.52 and 1.5 respectively. But we think back to what this guy Pharaoh was able to do back at the Stage 2 playoffs, a 1.47 SD KD ratio there. Let's see if he can show up for his team in this map.
Definitely has to. And also note Zuma on First Bloods. Definitely going to be key for FaZe's success. Speaking of Zuma, he's already made his way in towards the site, and while I wanted to see him get a first blood, not going to be the case. Gets first blooded by Enable. Early advantage for Team Kaliber.
Yeah, Attach, that's not a gunfight you want to take. Accuracy just mops him up, and what makes TK so good on this map and most specifically is how they approach these defensive rounds. You saw at the start how they delayed their entrance into the B bomb site, counting the utility that FaZe were throwing their array, but one thing that makes FaZe so good at this map is how they approach the late round scenarios, and keep your eye on replays. Even though he's left in a 1v3 situation, watch what happens when there are more people out on the map and how he decides to flank late round.
40 seconds left. Enable to the right, replays, not going to be able to find that pick. You think maybe if he's able to turn it into a 1v2, potentially try and get that bomb down.
You can't count a guy like Replays out of any situation.
That's the scary part. And you see TK, they know what Replays has done this year. They're going to respect him in those situations. They're not going to fly at him. They're not going to give away easy rounds. They're going to make him work for absolutely everything.
You see the stats from Enable, a step up from his Stage 2 SND KD a little bit, but still would like to see a little bit more from him in that game mode. But look, he's been handling business in the respawn game modes. You saw him get straight down the Hardpoint, just wasn't enough to propel his team to a victory there. But it's TK coming out strong, you know, moving on from that loss in map 1. They take round 1 here in the search and destroy. Now it's FaZe with a chance to respond on their defensive round.
Preset burst into action, spots a couple of TK players. Nade's going to be thrown out. That's not going to connect with First Blood. Kenny tacked up, as is Replays. Replays forced to just kind of back away. TK not really going to get too much map control in this early push, and a couple of shots exchanged. Priest now should have a little bit more information on exactly how TK are going to set this up. A couple of players directly underneath him though. This could be First Blood coming in very quickly if Pharaoh isn't careful.
Priesta maybe feeling a little bit of pressure here. Nades, lots of utility dedicated to try to getting him out of top red. You see players starting to climb up. They're going to pitch on down low. Pharaoh, he finds First Blood, but it's going to be Kenny climbing in through the window. They isolate Priest to take him out. Man advantage over to Team Kaliber, but it's Attached. Looking for the trade around the corner with 35 seconds remaining. TK, they've yet to commit to a bomb site, and take a look at replays of how he's extended on through that A bomb site. Attached spots Kenny, and he gets out of harm's way.
We'd love for him to find this pick though. Will he get it? Not gonna happen, it's Enable. But that should give Replays now all the information he needs. Accuracy hits a drop shot though. Isn't missing. Good round from Team Kaliber. Pressure now on FaZe.
And I like how they open up that round, trying to show some aggression down towards the middle of the street. They're able to do that because of the sniper rifle press from Pharaoh. Even in rounds where he doesn't bring it out, teams are so scared of what he's able to do with that weapon in his hands that it can open up entire lanes for these TK members to slip on through and maybe sneak behind enemy lines. There you see the stats for accuracy throughout this weekend. A little bit below average from what we're used to seeing from him, but we know in these big time moments, this is the guy that steps up time and time again for Team Kaliber.
As it stands, TK 2-0 up. FaZe now over to the attacking side. Pharaoh still with that sniper rifle. Obviously, you mentioned that. Curious to see if FaZe maybe want to try and counter
no one over towards A from TK. FaZe have done this every single St. Marie search and destroy that we've seen. They love attacking that A bomb site and sending replays on the long flank.
Essentially just pushing straight through. For now though, Zuma hasn't decided to push through. Maybe because they're reading the Pharaoh snipe. Well, now they know he's sniping on this side. Will bomb go down. Replay's still watching that cross, covering mid-map. So he should be fine for now. It's just, can Pharaoh somehow work a pick, work an angle, open up the A bomb site? Still with 48 seconds, bomb hasn't been planted.
Yeah, the scary thing is with a player as talented as Pharaoh is, you figure any angle he holds, like he has the opportunity to find that opening kill for TK to bounce on in, and there it is on Uzuma right there. A little bit too wide of a peek, and Pharaoh makes him pay for it, but FaZe, they're getting the objective down. Pharaoh's gonna push on forward, can't hit the quick scope there, but here comes Kenny, right through the middle lane. No, it's watching it through the smoke, he finds one, takes down Priest, sees Attached, also going over towards Stables, but it's Replays, he's put himself over towards top red, and he evens up the man count as he takes down Enable.
He needs to be careful though, because right underneath him it's gonna be Accuracy, he drops out the window. Now the 2v1 situation, it was Kenny who really opened up this round for TK. Now has to clutch up the 1v2 situation. Attach and Priest, they're still alive. They check the bomb and Kenny will fall. And it's worth mentioning, The only reason that there was a grimace of a mistake from FaZe was simply because Replays repositioned himself, and that with the smoke allowed Kenny to push straight through. But as soon as Replays gets towards top red, that round is basically done and dusted.
And what did I say to look out for on the side of FaZe coming into this game? It's the late round plays that Replays makes for this lineup that could really turn the tide of the game and attach. What a weekend he's had, 1.58 S&D. We highlighted that coming to this one, but also the respawns. This guy's performing out of his shoes so far, but a tall task here against TK. FaZe just put their first round on the board, but they still trail by 1.
Some very impressive stats. We mentioned Zoomer was on this exact map. He went 0-6.
0-3 here.
0-3 right now.
Halfway there.
That was against Envious in the winners round 1. You need a bigger impact from such a star player. You really do, as Attach forced now to leave the A site. They know that that's where the TK resources are. Smoke grenade's going to be popped. Now just how do you approach the retake?
Can he give Kenny maybe a taste of his own medicine? Not choosing to walk right through the smoke, but that's going to allow TK to get the bomb planted. Now they're going to rely on their post-plant position. You see FaZe as they're starting to spread out on the map. They're going to plan out their retaking coming along the flank. Is he going to check his corner? Is he going to check his corner? No, he's not. It's Pharaoh with first blood to open things up here. Now it's going to be Replays to chime in for FaZe, trying to even out the man count.
Priester is going to be enraged that that was the corner he decided to sit in. 3v3 though. Zuma does find the pick on a Pharaoh. Attach going for the retake. Plays to the left, player to the right. Needs to pick up the kill, at least does so. Somehow still alive, and all of a sudden 2 players fall. It's Enable. He goes down as well. A perfect retake from FaZe Clan. It didn't look possible. Replays is going to get the defuse. That now as well will put him that 1 inch closer towards the glide bomb.
When was the last time you saw Replays get excited or something? He actually looks mad right now. What does he have to be mad about? He's got a good kickstart towards streaks in this game, having a phenomenal start. There's a little bit of a smirk from him, but it's all business as usual from that guy.
Replays is the type of guy where he only smiles when he loses. And that has to be the most
fair.
infuriating thing in the world. Like, you dominate Replays one map, you look over, you're like, yeah, his head's gonna be down. He just sat smiling at you. You're like,
about
really,
time
bro?
someone beat me.
Like, come on. He's a very, very composed individual, and it's shown throughout this entire year. You talk about composure, search and destroy, of course. That's been the game mode where that composure has flourished. And is now into round number 5. Zuma looking to push straight through the A site. First blood could come in the form of this gunfight, but it's already in. It was Kenny that got the pick on Attach, Enable there to find Zuma. Now 2v4, and Replays has to play for those streaks.
I mean, TK obviously know the situation, right? Replays the last one alive. They saw his progression towards streaks toward the end of that round, so I think Kenny may have actually spotted him on the crosshair. So RTK gonna go on the hunt. Sometimes it's a dangerous decision to make, but Kenny, he finds the angle, finds the kill as well. A big round coming out of TK, mainly just for stopping those streaks.
Yep. Replays trying to get away. As you mentioned, Kenny watches the cross and just gets just the right amount of information there. Stops the streaks. No one from TK falls that round, so a flawless round of search and destroy from Team Kaliber. And of course, if you are just tuning in, it was FaZe Clan that took map number 1. Pressure on our stage 2 champs.
Yeah, and the defense for TK at the B bomb site has been stellar every time I watch them play this map. So the fact that they're able to just outright stuff an A bomb site attack push from FaZe there is going to make FaZe a little bit worried for these future offensive rounds. But Kenny, he's the guy to look out for on TK. 3 kill spree means just 400 points for him to earn that glide bomb. As TK may be a little bit slow to start off this offensive round, trying to feel out their opponents, trying to isolate Replays over towards top red. They tag him up, but no kill made just yet.
Also note, Kenny doesn't actually have the bomb. They're going to trust it with Enable.
They always do.
So far, yeah, he's going to be the bomb carrier. Has to say that he goes down for first blood. Replays forces a 4v2. This round looks almost inevitably to be won by FaZe and tie up the search and destroy 3-3. 50 seconds though. A lot can happen in 50 seconds.
And look, because TK always give the bomb to Enable, every time FaZe pick up that kill, they know that the bomb is dropped. But just like how FaZe saw off the round with 2 1v1 wins, TK bring it back in just the same fashion. So it's a 2v2 scenario. Kenny and Accuracy, the duo all year long, going up against Replays and Priesta. With 35 seconds remaining, Priesta, he's caught out. He's trapped in the corner, but Replays is there for the help. And there's still a nade here to be tossed out. Actually has the bomb in his hand, but he doesn't have a lot of time to work with.
And the problem Accuracy has is he actually shot in that engagement as well, so they had some indication of exactly where he was. But this is a beautiful play from Accuracy. Has he done enough to bamboozle Replays and Priesta with 20 seconds left on the clock? This is so smart.
Is there any utility here for FaZe? Any whatsoever? Because Accuracy is using airborne scoped. So no, there's not. At least that's something to help him out. He does have a stun to use. It's Accuracy, but as he pushes over towards top red, Priesta there waiting around the corner like a snake in the grass. As FaZe, they're going to tie up the game.
That's just the audio cue picked up by Priesta. Again, they give the defuse to Replays. He's always one of the last man standing, if you will.
You want to give him Replays just because he's the smartest with the streak usage as well.
There is that too, yes. I'll definitely agree with you there. But traditionally, the last man standing for this FaZe squad, simply based on how he plays. FaZe, though, looking good again in the search and destroy. They bounce back after a TK round win. Neck and neck right now, Revan.
Yeah, it's been back and forth since the start of this map. One team about to pull ahead, though, as we enter round number 7. It's going to be FaZe on their offensive round. Remember what they did last time around. Their A-bomb side attack got nothing done. And TK, they're going to send 2 over there again. Meanwhile, it's going to be Kenny alongside his teammate here trying to fend off the B-bomb site. FaZe, they already have some initial positioning, but the nades have been tossed out, and they don't know. They don't know. Zuma's here. First blood for him. Should give FaZe entryway in over towards the B-bomb site. Nades to get tossed out. They're going to isolate Kenny in the corner. Zuma's going to come into this, but Kenny makes a pay to even it out at 3v3.
Kenny, one shot. Somehow finds the pick. The smoke grenades come in at Priesta.
Oh, he walks right through it again. They don't know he's here. They don't know he's here. But still, Priesta wins. He goes 3-2 through the smoke, and now it's all down to Pharaoh.
What a read from him, but he still needs a little bit extra team support. It's going to be attached to trying to help him. Priesta, he's going to stick it. Pharaoh trying to land some shots. Bear in mind where Replays currently is in this situation. This round should be over. Doesn't even matter. It's Priesta. He pops off in map number 1. He hasn't slowed down in map number 2. A great play from him. The pre-fire read of the advanced push was just so good. And again, you look at that kill. Close to streaks is Priesta now.
Just 110 points from earning that glide bomb, and you thought maybe for a second as Kenny was inching through the smoke to try to retake that B-bomb site that he would be able to find a small window of opportunity, but he was met by a wild Priesta right behind the bomb site. We already mentioned it, closing in on that glide bomb as FaZe looking to close out this game 2. They need 2 more rounds to do so, but as it stands, still 1-0 in the series.
You would love Priesta to potentially get a little bit of action over towards B, whether assist points, a first blood with a nade, absolutely anything. Honestly, if TK do get the bomb down, you definitely want Priesta alive to go for that defuse as it stands. TK, though, on the attack. Just looking cautiously over towards that B site, waiting for an opening to appear. Priesta attacks up, needs to be careful he doesn't fall, but first blood for accuracy.
Beautiful utility usage from TK, just coordinating the grenades to isolate Zuma, but Priesta, he's forced to back on out of there. He wants to maintain his progression towards that glide bomb and FaZe. They're all stacking towards the same side of the map. No, 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 do not single file, do not do it. It's not gonna work out. I think they're gonna die.
Crowd agrees with you, Revan. 37 seconds, replay single peek. Note that it's Priesta that did go on that long flank. Now Attach wants a slow peek. This could be a pick here. Replays does find Pharaoh, 3v2. Meanwhile, that flank is still coming in from Priesta. Bear that in mind. Still the 3v2. Time is of the essence. 20 seconds left. Here comes Priesta on the flank. There's 1. There's 2. The streaks for FaZe Clan. Priesta's going to grab the defuse, and FaZe played it perfectly. You didn't want to see single file. It isn't what they did. Priesta rotates as safely and as quickly as he possibly can. Now he has himself some streaks to play with. FaZe Clan should very well be going 2-0 up in this search.
The late round decision making for FaZe has been stellar all game long, and yeah, we were really worried on the retake there, but fortunately, I'm going to give credit to Replays. Even though we weren't listening there, I'm sure he's the guy that said, let's not single file in through this small doorway. As Priesta opens up the round, fully streaked out, and TK know it. They know that these streaks are in play. They have to swap over to that mountain division and take a look at these bomb sites here. No cover from these streaks whatsoever, so at least you'll be able to open up one lane on the map and then maybe use the artillery barrage to secure the game win.
And of course, this is essentially going to force TK to stack red, right? To stack restaurant. You can see 3 players already in that. The interesting thing here is Priesta actually has the bomb. So it's not as if you're planning the bomb, allowing him to fight a pilot from deep ammo.
Oh!
All right, if he's shooting like that,
game over.
Dude, give him the trophy.
Game over.
Just give him the trophy. FaZe, you got Priesta on your squad. He's down to 5. Hey, oh my lord, I thought he was going to do it again.
But in the meantime, Enable also finds the kill in a replay, so now it's down to a 2v2. No streaks available in this round as Zuma finds another. He should get traded from behind. A 1v1 to keep his team alive. Pharaoh, top prospect of the year. Let's see what you can do.
What was it you said earlier on in the tournament? Attach doesn't lose his ones.
Does not lose his ones.
Well, he's going to have that bomb planted now. Forces the engagement over towards the B site. Attach ready and waiting for Pharaoh to push through. Pharaoh at 7 and 6. Attach at 3 and 6. How is the fight going to go down?
And he spots him.
Pharaoh gets the information.
Does he have time to reposition now? He has a STG in his back pocket. Attach is not going to challenge this. Pharaoh, you have to peek. You have to enter the bomb site.
Time ticking. Attach now is going to get the information he needs. Pharaoh not landing the shots. He's forced to push straight in. Attach, is he going to win the 1v1? No, he's not! Pharaoh somehow picks up the kill. Keeps TK alive. For now, at least 5-4 TK here in game 2, or 5-4, sorry, FaZe Clan here in game 2. Pharaoh, what a 1v1 win that is.
Oh, absolutely. Now as we're entering the tail end of the search and destroy, he's got
no right to win this.
Streak, and you can't fault Attach for how he played it. He played it perfectly, just trying to jiggle peek, trying to buy time, but this shot right here, the headshot to seal the deal. Pharaoh wins his ones there to keep his team alive in this match.
And I was so surprised to see Priesta take the bomb. If he's the player fully streaked, I'll
have him play back ammo.
Exactly that, and then streak over the top of it. But still, there's 3 extra utilities that can be invested here into this round, and it's definitely one of those where you want to at least drop a glide bomb maybe a little earlier into the round, and well, just as I say, there is Priesta dropping the streak. He's going to get the information accuracy.
He sees Enable, and Enable has the bomb. No, you're going too far forward. That's the bomb drop. That's
Why?
the bomb drop so far forward. We saw him do this in the league on London Docks. He pushed it all the way towards Fire Ladder, and now TK, they have to commit so far forward to get that objective back in their hands.
And bear in mind, now if you're Priesta, you can push even further back into your base if you essentially wanted to. You know you still have 2 other streaks to use, and that's going to be the play from Priesta. Just back up, play your life. You know you have bomb down in this situation, and you have the numerical advantage as well. Replays
scary.
Looking to find another opening. Of course, now TK have got the bomb, and Zuma actually does fall, so 3v3.
As long as Priesta stays alive, it's a win condition here for FaZe Clan, but TK looking to force the round 11 as the bomb gets planted over towards A. What does Priesta decide to do? What does he invest?
Fighter pilot. Attach is covering the inside for the barn here, so Attach managed to find the pick. He will do. No! Attach gets gunned! Attach is still alive. Priesta, he's going to have to deal with it, but Replays finds the big on Pharaoh. Now it's Priesta, a 1v1 briefly as they dance around as Kenny just decides to leave altogether.
20 seconds remaining, 20 seconds remaining. Kenny looking to reposition, trying to find the angle, but he's about to find Priesta. Spots him, picks up the kill, spots him, and
Kenny clutches the 1v2 to keep TK alive. It's been the story of Team Kaliber all year, refusing to die, refusing to lay down, and they force a round 11 again here in map number 2.
A big time play from a big time player, Kenny, coming alive on the main stage here. We love our round 11s here in the nationwide arena, but still, you have to respect Priesta. He's got the artillery barrage at least left to use a late game round condition if they're maybe on the offensive round, if time starts to expire on their defending round. Lots of different ways they can use it. It's going to be FaZe on offense in this final round of Search and Destroy.
What is going to be the push? You see the tacticals used over towards Beer already. The crowd now getting behind Team Kaliber in this crucial round 11. The difference, of course, between going 2-0 down in the series, tying things up 1-1. Is Kenny patiently waiting for that first FaZe Clan push.
And look at the setup from TK. Nobody over towards that A bomb site. All 4 players kind of stacked up over towards B, and now that they don't see any information, nothing given, the hand from FaZe not shown just yet, and there's artillery barrage. It's a blind artillery barrage right on top of Kenny, but he gets just out of harm's way. Look at that. He's just on the outskirts. Our FaZe gonna check this corner as they enter into the bomb site. Kenny with the shots. Kenny with the first blood. Kenny find the second. That's gonna force Priest back, but that's back inside the artillery barrage. It's just not hitting him.
You have to push this. You had him potentially pinned as you see Kenny weak. Priesta will level the playing field only briefly, though. Priesta goes down. It was Enable with the pick.
And from behind.
Oh, now all of a sudden Zuma, 1v3 for FaZe. They had a 2-round cushion. It's been completely eliminated. 20 seconds left. He will need to plant. This could be a massive clutch from Zuma if he's able to do it, but it should almost be impossible.
Should be, but can't count this guy out of any scenario, and he gets spotted on the cross, tagged up a little bit. So now it's an even tougher situation for Zuma. Maybe if he had the element of surprise on his side, he's going to commit to this fight against Kenny, but now that's going to prompt the TK members to pinch him from behind. Kenny just toying with his food. It's Zuma backing on up. There's a player on the bomb, but he's caught out. Enable has the angle, and TK do it down by 2 rounds. They rattle off 3 straight to tie this series up, 1 apiece.
Unbelievable composure from Team Kaliber. We say accuracy has ice in its veins. All of TK, ice in their veins. After that, map number 2, FaZe Clan, a 2-round cushion, streaks, full streaks at that, and TK somehow still come back to level up this series. I know you said traditionally when we've watched this game played out throughout the year, there's been a lot of game 5s. I know last time it was a 3-0, but this has the makings of an epic game here at the Call of Duty World Championships. FaZe, they come out strong. Map number 1, they give themselves the advantage, but they can't close it out in game 2. TK, too strong. We'll be back after this with Capture the Flag.
What's up, guys? It's Puckett. I'm here with Greg Reisdorf, our MP Creative Director at Sledgehammer Games. And Greg, I've seen your face for quite a while, way back in AW. You're back with us here now in WW2. And I have to ask, it's been an incredible season. Do you have any personal highlights so far?
It has been an incredible season. My personal highlight is just being here today. It's been amazing. The fans are just into it. They're just chanting like crazy. The games are competitive. It's just super fun to be here.
We're hiding on the second stage right now, but we have been all over this place. Crazy fans from all over. And we got to kind of talk about that because it's not just the fans that have been around Call of Duty. We've seen even pro players now like Rambo Ray joining the likes of you guys over at Sledgehammer Games. What do you think keeps fans around the Call of Duty scene so strongly?
Oh man, the community is so tight-knit. Those guys know the game, they're into it, they're in every facet of the game. That's why we brought Ray on. He's been a huge help to the team, and just to understand just the nuances that these guys are putting into the game, it's great.
Well, I love the skins we're seeing in WW2. I know our pros are really enjoying the champ so far, and we have just a few matches left. So final question for you. Who do you see walking away with the rings tonight?
Oh man, that's a great question. I just hope it's competitive. At the end of the day, it's going to be an awesome match to watch. Rumor has it in the back they're talking TK, so we'll see how that goes.
The GOAT, Karma, told us, I don't see anyone beating TK. Is he right? We're going to find out a little bit later on.
Losers bracket final, currently tied up on the main stage, one map apiece. FaZe Clan versus Team Kaliber. Revan, how much is that map 2 steal going to affect FaZe mentally, do you think?
I don't think it's going to affect them much mentally because the big thing for FaZe was that they were able to steal the hardpoint. That's been the thing for TK all weekend long, at least until they ran into Evil Geniuses just before in the winner bracket final, 11-0 before that match in the hardpoint game up. But the search and destroy, it's been FaZe's really all year long. You could look at their map record. They have, you know, like a 65% win rate in that specific game mode. So sure, it's a little bit of a hard hit to take if you're on the FaZe side of the stage, but coming to the CTF, this is where both teams kind of have an even footing to take the lead in the series.
And you feel that is going to be the deciding factor in this series. Game 3, we head to a flag tower at CTF. FaZe very well could and likely should be 2-0 up, but ultimately doesn't matter too much.
I'll tell you what team is going to win this series. The one that eats the more tacos. Power over some tacos from Jack in the Box. Unfortunately, FaZe, they were the team to knock out Team Envious a little bit earlier. They got their revenge from that winner bracket round 1 matchup. But here we go. FaZe against TK. The series continues as we enter Flag Tower CTF.
Kicking things off on board with Team Kaliber's Kenny. It's delightful to watch the end of that search and destroy.
He's so fun to watch play, man.
He really is. Every game mode, every event we've had all year. Curious to see who might walk away with that Astro Gaming MVP. It's a name that you fully do expect to be in the running.
Take a look at number 2 on the minimap. Zuma already behind enemy lines, but some spawns coming in for TK. Enable doesn't finish a kill. He knows his teammates are come up off respawn, plays his life, but replays. He finds 2. Zuma trying to maintain throw position as his trades start to come in favor of this FaZe Clan line, but it's accuracy on defense. Kenny up off respawn. Does he find the angle? Yes, he does. Shuts down replays, but still members threatening on the offensive for FaZe.
And this is where you need that second wave of kills, and also know what TK do off spawn here. Do they want to opt to overextend or track back? For now, the first couple of players decided to rotate backwards to clear out their base completely. Kenny, a nice double again. He's so consistent. He's so reliable in those situations. And he decides to go back, get the plus 100, put him a little closer towards that tier 1.
300 points, best kind of points you could get in CTF. 450 out of 700 towards that glide bomb. As now we swap our attention towards the other side of the map, drawing our attention towards the FaZe base. Still, kills going in FaZe's favor, but Pharaoh, it's a forward progression to work with, but he's the last one alive. Does he sneak? His spot's known, so he just wants to play his life, to act as a checkpoint. But in the meantime, replays, he has a touch on the TK flag. As Pharaoh falls, replays, he's inching forward and more up on the map. But take a look at number 5. Take a look at Enable. Enable's been able to see right behind him. No, that's not the player you want to kill neither. Is that? This is the one you want to get, but just in the nick of time, Priesta turns around as FaZe, they strike first.
It looked momentarily like Enable was going to be able to make the play, but Priesta checks his 6, finds the kill, and FaZe Clan now 1-0 up. Replays working towards a little bit at least that tier 1 streak. Player directly above him. Does he know? Well, he does now. Actually drops from the sky. 3 minutes still to play here in the first half. FaZe 1-0 up, and again, replays working towards those streaks.
Replays thought for a second about re-challenging Pharaoh over towards that top window, and this is a good reposition from replays, right? He felt the pressure from kind of 2 different angles. From top window, he knew that Enables over towards the small gun as well, and he wants to maintain his progression over towards that glide bomb. FaZe, now that they're in the lead, they don't necessarily have to be super aggressive up on the map, right? Sure, offense would be nice to have, but mainly you're just looking to contain TK on their side of the map.
It allows you to absorb a little bit of pressure, right? Force TK to come to you, get the kills, and then push forward. It's that transition, though, that some teams just find a little too difficult. Priesta with 1, that's going to be enabled to fall. Zuma now looking on the left-hand side lane. Trades back and forth. Priesta, though, as he snuck through, it's going to be accuracy behind him. And unfortunately for him, the spawn comes in anyway. I don't think even if he had found the first kill, a flag opportunity would have existed. Good stuff from accuracy. As replays drops here, but you just haven't really felt TK have had enough control of the map yet to really challenge FaZe kind of offensively.
Well, look, the one time they did, replay snuck through behind enemy lines and made them pay for it with a flag cap, and we're just at that moment in CTF where both teams are just fighting tooth and nail to establish mid-map control. As it stands, FaZe and TK, they're just trading kill by kill, 2 down for 2 down, and it's resulting in a lot of map, not a lot of map progression for either team up on the map, still fighting for the 50-yard mark, but Priesta, he finds 1 from behind. That makes it 2 down. Can he find 3? No, Kenny staying alive for TK in the back so that they can stabilize. And once again, just trading kills back and forth. No team wants to make a mistake at this point in the game.
And if Priesta gets that kill, that's a flag at least out. Maybe not necessarily captured, but definitely would have put a little more pressure onto TK. But it seems like that's been the playstyle really for FaZe that we've seen throughout this first 3.5 minutes. And it has realistically been 3 people kind of hold mid-map, allow 1 person to sneak through. If the kills come through, you then go for the flag. It worked, of course, the first time, but it hasn't been successful the others. Kenny's just toying with Priesta.
Oh, absolutely. This is what you want to do. A big-time moment for him, and that's a huge decision to make, because now FaZe, they think they have their base clear, and as these defensive kills start to come in for TK, now, I would like to see him pull the flag before Replays comes up off respawn, because look at where Replays is about to spawn. Probably over towards his electric side room. Yeah, as he spawns outskirts, he should 100% rat back. Replays knows the situation, and now it's going to be Priesta pulling the TK flag, and while all these interactions are going down, FaZe are thinking, where the hell is Kenny? Well, and now they just found him.
Now they know Kenny playing like Rambo Ray in 2014, and essentially there as Pharaoh finds a pick on attach. Flag is now out. It's going to be Kenny still running it. No one from FaZe is going to be able to stop it. Kenny with the triggered discipline, able to make the play, caps the flag. 25 points is all he needs for streaks.
And now it's Enable trying to follow this one up. kills being traded over towards the FaZe side of the map, but as they deal with accuracy, they should be able to stabilize for just a little bit. But every single game, man, it seems like Kenny's the one to bring TK back into it. He goes on one big sequence, one huge spree, earns some score streaks, and TK are right back in this game and right back in this series.
I think defensively, how important the kills he's been on to pick up a
massive.
The 2 times FaZe have unsuccessfully sneaked. It was Kenny that shut down that player from FaZe.
Think back to the search and destroy. His 1v2 to keep his team alive.
Insane. Insane as first half concludes. 1 flag apiece. But really, the big difference maker, how close Kenny is now towards that streak.
Yep, he even gets the Bronze Star kill cam here. More kills coming on the defensive end. It's hard to put into words the type of impact Kenny has on these games for this Team Kaliber lineup, but if he's able to secure all the way up to tier 3 for his score streaks, you got to figure that at least should give TK, you know, a little bit of breath, a little bit of breathing room, and maybe release some pressure off of their shoulders.
As we said, all square. 1 flag apiece. 5 more minutes now. A flag tower at CTF. Who will be the difference maker? Will Kenny get those streaks set? Really the most important thing to show initially here, as Pharaoh finds the first kill of the second half. Replays drops. Kenny being so patient here. He realizes just how important this is.
Yep, just trying to play for these extra couple of points. Gonna now expend some of his utility, trying to find these extra few points, but we've seen this so many times, especially in CTF, where players will slow down so drastically and actually hurt their team out on the map. And you think about the aggression, the pressure that Kenny could put onto that FaZe lineup because he's playing just so slow at a snail's pace right now. It could wind up hurting TK, but if it all winds up working out and he earns these streaks, then I'll wind up eating my words.
The problem is he's waiting for someone to try and potentially go for the sneak play, which FaZe have done throughout the most part of this game. However, FaZe, they're not stupid. They're going to try and clean out their base. They know when something is a little fishy, and
typically in CTF, when you see a player cap the flag, your next agenda, the next thing on the to-do list is to kill that player.
Yes, just definitely have to. Kenny's still alive. It's been over a minute. He fired a couple of bullets. Nothing to get really too excited about if you're a TK fan, but the problem now is look at how much map control they've had to give up. And FaZe, they kind of recognize the situation again. They're waiting for that pick. They know what Kenny's doing. They smell something fishy.
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, since FaZe no longer had the lead, this is also fine for TK. Granted, now when we talk about like that second wave of kills, it's almost non-existent because TK are putting themselves all the way towards the back of their base, all for Kenny to find 1 kill, to find these score streaks, which could open up the entire map, the entire game for TK.
And the problem is, I don't think FaZe have much utility to try and get Kenny out of this power spot.
Oh, replay says you have a nade. No, I thought he was going to follow up with like a Semtex.
Oh,
but just like you're saying, yeah, they don't have anything to follow this up with.
Replays has to be careful. He's flirting with death and flirting with giving Kenny streaks. More importantly, Kenny again backs up a little bit more, absorbing even more pressure now from FaZe Clan, and this could be the pick. It will be. Glide Bomb has been earned.
But he wants more. He wants more. Searching for these extra points. A flag return will do it. 25 from the artillery barrage, 50 from the fighter pilot. Don't fall off the map. Stay on here. As now he's just going to peek around the corner. We see FaZe members around the corner. He's peppering shots into both of them. The re-challenge coming from the back. It's going to replace to shut him down. And just like that, it's 3 falling for TK. Accuracy, the left eye, the back of his base. All 4 go down. FaZe pull the flag. Do they invest the glide bomb up off respawn? I don't think they do.
No, Kenny, he's moving off Swarm, so he hasn't decided to just drop it. Recognizes now you have to use this streak aggressively. You're going to have to give up a flag. That's fine. There's still 2.5 minutes to go, but you can no longer sit back and absorb pressure. However, the other thing that you have to deal with now is potential of FaZe getting some streaks. Zoom up, he's gonna fall, no streaks for him. But now it's Priest's turn to absorb a little bit of TK pressure and see if he can try and put this game to bed. At least a glide bomb. Yep. At least you feel that's what he needs. You need to be able to trade out glides.
Yep, absolutely. And when you speak about defensive kills, especially late in the game, now that we're under 2 minutes, you're trying to stagger TK out on the map. In CTF, we have a 7.5 second respawn delay, so each kill you get is gonna set back the offensive pressure, and you lose that 1v1 gunfight to Enable. No streaks earned for FaZe, but still, they're on top of their trades on their defensive side of the map, but it's Enable. Enable pushes right on through. Has he been spotted by Zoom? I think he has. Well, now they certainly know that Enable's over towards their lobby. They deal with him, and the big thing now for FaZe, from here until the end of the game, is keeping track of all the TK players up on the map.
And it's important to note, Enable was double negative up until that engagement with Priesta. He manages to win that gunfight. He denies FaZe Clan streaks, so we're not having the best overall game, but that moment could be a key factor.
And that's the type of kill that doesn't show on the scoreboard, right? You don't realize the importance of that specific interaction until maybe you go back and watch the VOD.
Just over 60 seconds left for TK. A glide bomb is all they have in terms of extra utility. They have to invest it at the right time, but the problem is, you talk of time, it's of the essence. You have to go. You can't just sit back and wait, but as it stands, it's all the map control for FaZe, apart from one player. It's Enable once again from Team Kaliber, thinking about maybe trying to sneak through. But the guy bomb now is going to be used. They're going to get the information. It seems maybe that was a little too soon.
Maybe feeling the pressure on trying to get these defensive kills. I'm not sure why they decided to call that in, but still finding the kills off the back of it. Enable's been able to open up a lane, but here comes Replay's hot on his trail. Enable yet to touch the flag, but Replay's has the angle. But now his location is known. Zuma there as well to help him out. They pick up the kill, and with 30 seconds remaining, it's do or die time for Team Kaliber.
Replays, good trade. Accuracy goes down. One more bottom middle. Zuma may just decide to completely leave the gunfight. Oh, it's a classic Zuma flank. But it doesn't matter. Pharaoh picks up the kill. 20 seconds, TK, 2 down. It's attached to Priesta momentarily. That has to be the last line of defense for FaZe Clan. 15 seconds, a touch is all TK need, but time is running down. 10 seconds now. Priesta with a pick on to Enable. TK has to go. Ferris shuts down Priesta, 5 seconds. Can TK at least get close to the flag? 3 players go down, they pull it. Just in the nick of time for Zuma. He finds one. Zuma with 2. Does he go for the return? He has to essentially just buy some time for his teammates. Flag has been pulled. Kenny bringing around the Rosie with Zuma. Zuma doesn't know where he is, but the support is there for TK. And all of a sudden, Kenny, he's trying to escape mid-map. He's bamboozled FaZe Clan. The challenge comes in from Replays. Flag goes down. Flag is returned. And FaZe Clan go 2-1 up in the series. Kenny again almost making the play.
And this is looking eerily similar to the series TK just had against Evil Geniuses, dropping the search in the round 11. It's the only map that TK won there. But we'll see as they're fighting to stay alive in this series. Now their backs are truly against the wall. An elimination match. You lose, you go home. You win, you book your ticket to the grand finals.
So much pressure on the stage right here. I mean, you can see it. Some small mistakes coming through different parts throughout our maps, but for TK, can you complete the prophecy? The stage 2 champions the past 2 years have won here on the biggest stage of them all, the Call of Duty World Championship. You are 1 map away from elimination.
And look, the crowd, it's been fairly loud for TK throughout this whole weekend, but throughout that map, I felt they were getting a little bit quiet. TK fans, if you're out in the crowd, they need your energy going to this next map on the brink of elimination up against FaZe Clan and FaZe. They've been looking so good throughout their losers bracket run.
I was going to say that the problem is for TK, there's a fair amount of FaZe Clan fans out here at the Nationwide Arena. They've been supporting them throughout all their games over on the Bravo stage and here on the main stage. But for FaZe, 1 map away from getting their ticket into another grand final this year. Again, losers round 1. Losers round 1, and they're able to get this far. It's unbelievable. There's only been 1 team that's done it, Call of Duty World Championship history. I mentioned it earlier on, Team Envious in 2014. FaZe looking to try and repeat that and go 1 further if they can take home. But
talk about a resilient team, man. Not only are they making this run through the losers bracket, look at the fashion in which they got sent down into the losers bracket, up 2-0 over Team Envy. They get reverse swept, but they got their revenge just a couple moments ago, and they've been riding that wave of momentum into that series against E United, and now into here, this match against TK. FaZe, they have a chance to book their spot in the grand finals, and who would have thought?
I mean, look at the run FaZe Clan has been able to go on from the very beginning. Team Sween, who were sensational in pool play, a 3-1 victory. They 3-0 Unilat, they 3-0 Elevate. Another game 5 with Team Envy, which they were down, I believe, 5-1. They claw their way all the way back, and now Team Kaliber in the losers bracket final. Find themselves up 2 maps to 1. The only game mode which wasn't really too close was that map number 1. FaZe dominated in the first Hardpoint.
And that's exactly how we set the scene coming to this matchup. FaZe, they were riding this high wave of momentum coming to the series, whereas TK, they were thrown against the Sharks right after dropping their series against Evil Geniuses, having to regain going to that map 1, and unable to do so. But you figure after that round 11 victory, that could, maybe put some momentum back in their side. But FaZe, they stuff it in that CTF. And just like we were saying here on London Docks Hardpoint, even though it's one of TK's best, you think back to the event that FaZe won, back at the Stage 1 playoffs where they took down Optic Gaming. They're not afraid to take on any team in the league on this map and mode.
You have to think. It'd be pretty fitting, Revan, if our last cast of World War II and
Game 5, we love our Game 5s, man.
Went to the Game 5. We'll wait and see what has TK got left to give. Hardpoint, London Docks, map 4 now underway. And it is FaZe Clan a map away from progressing to a grand final here at the Call of Duty World Championships. Kenny springs into life early, finds a pick one to attach.
Well, look, if I'm the leader of TK right now, I'm just telling my teammates, this is our map, this is our mode. We've been almost unstoppable throughout Hardpoint in this entire weekend, throughout this entire event. Stay confident, keep challenging FaZe, don't play scared. They could have this and they could force the Game 5. And now you have Kenny, the man of the hour. He's got just about all the kills for this TK lineup, and he's almost getting streaked out.
just shows you how resilient Kenny as a player is and has been all year. 4-0 start, already working towards some streaks, but has to be a little patient here. Wait to see if maybe anyone can FaZe, wants to try and push that mid cut. As of now, doesn't look like that could be the case, and unfortunately that pick and the plus 100 would have been just enough, but TK hold the main street spawn. That's good for New Hill when we're about to rotate in 5 seconds.
And just like how we were talking about Enable as he shut down Priest in the previous maps on streaks, this time around it's Priest shutting down Kenny. Those types of kills you just don't see on the scoreboard, but they have a huge impact on how the rest of this game is going to play out. Even though we're only on the second hardpoint, had TK earned those full streaks while Pharaoh's anchoring in the back, had they gotten all those streaks, they could have snowballed the game in their favor so early on.
Oh, you can really spiral a game out of control very fast. Zuma wants to try and push through with the assistance of replays and a couple of nades. They find a couple of kills in quick succession. Attach pushes through, and for now, FaZe Clan can get a little bit of time. But that pressure from TK is going to be right back in FaZe Clan's face.
And while I'm reminiscing about past events, let's think back to the Stage 2 playoffs where TK faced off against Rise Nation on this map and mode 3 times. It took TK a while to kind of deal with this double bar setup that Rise Nation are bringing to the table. FaZe Clan, they're another one of those teams where they're going to run 2 assault rifles on this map. TK, they found success earlier, and they're going to have to replicate that here against FaZe. And on the second hardpoint, FaZe, they've closed the deficit to just 3 points.
Still 5 seconds or so left here on Main Street. It will go to Team Kaliber, and it's a foot race of a rotation. And you've got Pharaoh being a nuisance, a thorn in FaZe Clan's side as they try and push through from barrels. He's not going to allow them to do so. That's going to give TK a little bit of a cushion here in the early time for Doc's Warehouse.
But here comes the pinch from FaZe. You see the split spawns coming, so they'll be able to pinch on Enable here from both sides of the hardpoint, feeling the pressure from both angles as Enable, he's out of the hardpoint phase. One push is all it takes to break on in, but now they're starting a little bit of a pinch of their own. Can they find the kills to back it up? It's Pharaoh. He already found one. Replays perfect. It's the time to try to juggle points.
Enable with the nade as well onto replays as Enable finds himself a double. Pharaoh now wants to try and push forward and gets a little unfortunate in terms of timing there. However, Attach does find himself a double. He's looking for the triple. Attach drops it with accuracy with the AR that finds the pick. Now Kenny doing a good job slaying, and TK, they recognize they get this 20 seconds and push through towards barrels. They'll have that big juicy lead.
Benson, I know we're only about to enter, what is it, the 4th hard point on this map, but you could feel how important each interaction is on this map between the players. You could feel the tension in the room at this moment as it's Team Kaliber building this 40-point lead, about to enter the barrel building hard point. Enable spinning around in circles. Doesn't find any kill as replays holds the spawn, finds the kills, now it's FaZe pitching on into the hard point. They're looking to establish control and bring the game back in their favor.
And to your point, that was a kill for spawn control there from replays. So again, despite TK looking for that early rotation, FaZe Clan holding the spawns allows them to chip away ever so slightly at that TK lead, around about 40 points as it stands. However, it's going to take TK a little bit of time here to push over towards barrels. And this gives Priestess some time to reset, reload, wait for that first push to come through. It looks as if it's going to be around the outside. It's Pharaoh from the back. He drops down 2 players from the front. Priestess with 1. Is the trade going to come through? You have Attached there, but Kenny finds himself 2. Kenny with 3. Kenny could get... Oh! Are you serious? Kenny picks up the quad kill in the hill, and now he's so close to streaks. Honestly, if you're Kenny, book it. Go to the other side of the map. You can just play for the free 100 points.
How the hell does this guy have 18 kills already in this map?
Oh,
and with
Kenny.
that kill on the zoom, and now he's got the glide bomb to work with, looking to play initial capture time on the upcoming Doc's Crane hardpoint, but his teammate is there. His teammate is going to steal the points. Fortunately not. Kenny gets the cap points, now inching ever so closer to those tier 2 and tier 3 score streaks.
And put yourself in a corner. That's all you need to do. Play for the freest kill of your Call of Duty career. Is it going to come in the form of Attach? Number 1 on the minimap, Kenny waiting.
And this is a good corner to play.
It's a great corner. Kenny still being so patient, but it's free time for TK. It's extending their lead as finally Kenny decides to push up towards mid-map. 2 plays to the right-hand side. This is a massive win for him. Full streaks for Kenny, a double kill. The man is on a mission at 21-9. A 7 spree, an 8 spree for Kenny. Scoop the buddies as well, Kenny. You deserve it. It all started with a quad kill, a 4-piece inbounds. And
oh my God!
Will not die. Zuma, don't peek him. Don't do it. Don't do it, Zuma. You're gonna die. It's double-digit streak for Kenny. It's full streaks, and if he isn't careful, Revan, he's going to overlap.
Oh my God, nobody on FaZe Clan can stop Kenny at this moment in time. Him and Pharaoh combined for 15 kills free, and now I'm starting to hear the DK fans in the crowd get loud. 11 for Kenny before he drops, but the damage has been done. Now they're up by just about 70 points over FaZe Clan. They have full streaks to use, and now Pharaoh, he's trying to get some of his own. Only gets the glide bomb, but still, such a huge lead for TK. And you think about building momentum going into that future Game 5. This is huge for Team Kaliber.
Let me tell you, you don't have to be a TK fan to appreciate what you've just witnessed from Kenny. You simply have to be a Call of Duty fan. That was sensational, and he isn't done just
Guy can't
yet.
miss.
Almost triple positive. Again, could get close to overlapping streaks. He refuses to die in this game. Finally, Priesta will find that pick, but to your point, Revan, damage has been done. 158 to 77. FaZe have been blown away so far here on London Docks.
And I know I've said it about 15 times throughout the series, but every time I watch TK play, whenever they're down, whenever it looks like they're about to be out of the series, it's Kenny willing them back into fruition here against FaZe. They're currently down in the series, but looking to tie things up, force that final game. Pharaoh's going to invest the glide bomb. They spot Priesta holding this back distance warehouse, trying to isolate him, allows them to at least get control of the back boxes. Priesta falls, Spawn's now in control for Team Kaliber as they're looking to break on into the main street hardpoint.
Yeah, problem though, Kenny is still alive at the back here. Waiting for his teammate
Nice
to set up
catch.
a potential pinch, and Pharaoh flings into life, a double for him, and Abel pushing through mid-gate as TK look to try and cement a 100-point lead here in London Docks. Hardpoint Zuma with a double. He played so patiently, so intelligently there. He lingered in a corner for FaZe Clan. Streaks would be massive for him, but it's Pharaoh that shuts him down. Attached there for the trade. FaZe trying to stay in this game.
I still can't get over the fact that Kenny right now is 32 and 12. Accuracy at 9 and 17. He's just being gifted, you know, this map win. As Kenny, he just can't be stopped. He's a man on a mission. Another 3-3 for him, and he still has all of these score streaks left to use. And he's going to use the glide bomb to aid his team in rotation over towards that Docks warehouse hardpoint. Lots of information gained. Zuma falls as Kenny, he gets picked off that scrap time, but it's bought an opening for accuracy to gain some positioning towards this new hardpoint.
I don't think Astro Gaming make a backpack big enough right
No,
now
they do not.
for TK or Kenny's teammates. At least 33 and 14. Accuracy by himself over towards Docks warehouse. Can he buy time? No, not going to be the case. And fortunately for FaZe here, this is a difficult hardpoint to utilize the fighter pilot and the artillery.
But this is a huge moment in the game for FaZe. They have to lock down this time. Maybe find a player to get straight down inside the hardpoint, then winning the rotation. You can change these two upcoming hardpoints back to back. So there's a moment, there's an opportunity here for FaZe to find their footing, get into a rhythm in this map, and stay alive.
It's all about that rotation. That's where it's going to come down to here. And the fact that you do have that extra utility for TK is going to make it so difficult now for FaZe Clan to try and achieve it. Priesta holds the window. That's just that timing. Accuracy going to make him pay a double. As attached should find the first. Took a while. Second is going to be accuracy. Not going to connect. TK pick up the scrap time. They still have control of the spawns here. Revan, FaZe's job just got that a little bit harder.
Yep, TK inching so close to getting over that 200-point mark with the new hardpoint. They have the spawns, they have the positioning, but no one actually inside the objective. The artillery barrage now going to get invested over towards mid-statue, but that's going to force the hand of FaZe to push on forward. Take a look at number 3. It's going to be Zuma playing for spawns right through Cole, and FaZe, they're bringing the fight right to TK in the back. Maybe trying to have their artillery barrage work a little bit against them, but as it stands, FaZe are inside the hardpoint. They're getting time.
And if Zuma had won that gunfight just a fraction quicker, his teammates would have spawned on him, but it doesn't matter too much. They're able to rotate through towards the hill. TK trying to push through the back. Pharaoh with one. Kenny with another. Priesta left in the hill all by himself. There's one. He drops. It's Kenny. Of course, it's Kenny that finds the pick. 25 more seconds here on barrels. And TK again can put this game almost to bed.
FaZe have chipped a little bit into the deficit, and this is a huge moment for this FaZe Clan lineup. Benson, I want to jump into an Astro Gaming listen-in with FaZe.
We can bear.
Are we gonna get it?
Watch that fire. Yo, watch steps.
I need apples.
Yeah, I spawned out.
I'm looking around back.
Hit enable. Take Elmar. Got him. Let's go. All right, it's spawning useless. Man.
Middle dead.
Yeah, in fire, guys. In fire.
Fire dead.
They're in the back now. I'm stunning in the back.
I have Bill.
I'm stunning in the back for you guys.
I have Bill. Middle dead.
Nice. One in fire.
I'm stunned.
I Watch out, Pharaoh, one shot. Michael fire.
Yeah, I'm killing fire. I think we're spawned out behind us.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up your pinch.
I got one gun. No one there, bro. Yeah, he's on the steps. I spawned in back. We gotta kill Pharaoh. Yeah, he's on the steps. I got him. Beat him. Beat him dead. Okay, I'm gonna top middle.
I'm going to be. I'm fighting. Okay, one outside of 10.
I'm down the hill. I'm
One's in 10. Accuracy is in.
I have to get apples are for fire. I'm one shot. Yo, 3 off 6 guys. I'm on fire.
Apples dead.
Nice guys. Okay, I'm on.
One just crossed. One in the pitch. One in the box. I got him.
I'm 2 off 6 guys. Yo, 10 guys. 10. I got naded again. 10. Mars water steps. Wait for 10. Yeah, he's docks.
That works up.
Turn around.
He's somewhere, docks.
Let's go.
What's that docks?
Fire. He got
Apples, guys. Apples.
Okay, I just want to use this. I'm going gate.
I'm hit you far.
38 apples. 38 apples.
He's
Apples dead.
Oh, he's fires that hill. Fires that hill dead.
I'm gay. Hold on, I can help you. Hill. One shot.
Alright, low dock some more.
Spun right chain, I'm pretty sure.
Everyone said that.
Low dock's Lamar.
Okay, watch out.
Lamar Duck's so hurt.
I threw an there. He's in the middle of the docks. Lamar's in the middle of the docks.
Just from here.
One shot, got him, let's go.
Nice. Nothing cool.
It was Kenny that started off strong for TK, but here's the FaZe Clan resurgence. Kills back and forth for FaZe Clan. Attach, can he find another one onto enable? Finally, the bleeding slows down, but the problem for TK, FaZe are still in the hill.
And the missing thing for FaZe here is no one's been able to earn streaks, so unfortunately on this rotation that we're gonna see back over towards the second hardpoint, they have nothing to aid them in the fight for the back. TK, they were able to split the spawns, and now take a look at the positioning, how far forward they've been able to push outside the hardpoint, trying to stop FaZe in transition as the new hardpoint's about to pop up, and it's a tie game.
223 as we rotate to Main Street for what very well could be the final time. Zuma so close to streak. Sparrow's gonna be to his right side. He pre-fires. He knows the importance of this gunfight. He gets himself a glide bomb. Does he invest it straight away? That's the question. No, tries to push through, but it's enabled with a double accuracy. Team kills Kenny. Surely the kill comes through for Zuma. He gets it, but the resurgence is still there from TK. Zuma drops. Does he use the glide bomb?
He has to, absolutely has to. TK with enough time to win it on this hardpoint. You got to take accuracy off the hill, deny the time here for Team Kaliber. It connects, and that's going to allow FaZe some footing to fight right through the front side of the hardpoint, but the kills are here for TK as well. Meanwhile, it's attached inside the hardpoint, and almost enough time remaining for neither team to win here, so we might see that upcoming Doc's Warehouse hardpoint. And FaZe, they're still finding kills, and now the rotation is on. It's all about the next hardpoint.
Both teams recognize it. You can see TK desperately trying to get lower Docs, but FaZe, they know it as well. Can they get down there in time? TK are going to be so close. 5 more points is all they need to send this one to a game 5. Accuracy's ready and waiting. Replays is in there though for FaZe Clan. The gunfight comes through. TK win it.
That's it.
And that should be good. TK gonna go ahead and take game 4 and send the losers bracket final to a game 5. Once again, they simply refuse to roll over and die.
Holy hell, the early game heroics for Kenny almost wasn't enough for Team Kaliber that game. A little bit too close for comfort towards the tail end of that, but FaZe, we were talking about really the trait for both these teams that's allowed themselves to find themselves in this position is how resilient they are. They do not give up until the very end. As soon as that screen says game lost, that's the only moment where they're like, okay, where they accept defeat. And yes, Benson, it's me and you, and yes, we get a game 5.
Our final cast of the year. It's fitting that it goes the distance to that game 5. TK, a wonderful performance in that hardpoint. London Dock sends it the distance. Now the only question that remains, who will take game 5 and who will book their ticket into the Call of Duty World Championships 2018 Grand Final.
They were the toughest, baddest squad on and off the field. Neither tank, nor sniper, nor minefield could take them down. They had names like Classic, Decimate, Hook, Chino, and Jack.
Guys, is it just me, or does that seem like a lot of explosions? I mean, I know we're going for this whole epic walk thing, but... Oh, we should have worn earplugs.
It all comes down to this. A Game 5 search and destroy on the main stage. Losers final, FaZe, TK, all tied up. 2 maps apiece. A chance to solidify your legacy, to make history here, Revan. Advance through to that grand final here at the World Championship.
You know, we got Christopher Puckett in the venue. I think it's only fitting that we get at least one Puckett special here. We got the Game 5. We just need the round 11. And the way this series has gone, you got to figure we're going there again after that Game 2.
Oh, unbelievably close games. And I mean, you look at that from a FaZe Clan perspective and you think this series should have been done and dusted. They should have been getting ready, maybe doing their walkout for the grand final, but no, TK refused to die, and that has truly been the aura of this series altogether. TK so resilient, stay in, force that Game 5.
I mean, Kenny straight willed them to this Game 5. He had to go on a heroic spree, getting fully streaked out, dropped well over 40 kills, and it almost just wasn't enough. And here you see the Game 5 records for both these teams since Stage 2. TK, they're 4-6. FaZe, they're 7-2. But Benson, I swear, every time we bring up statistics like these, every time we bring up map stats, it turns around and bites us.
Yes, they never really matter all that too much.
In this type of environment, in this type of scenario, it's anybody's game.
Well, Game 5 underway. Team Kaliber on the attacking round first.
Bang!
Pharaoh with a sniper rifle, not gonna connect. You see some nades thrown his way, and somehow, I believe that was Zuma, gets away with his life. Still, 4v4 waiting for that first blood.
Attach might get isolated here. You see the grenades being tossed up by TK. Coordination, teamwork there, but Attach with the grenade of his own tags up Kenny. That's first blood in the round, and that's the exact play you want to shut down on the side of TK. Now, accuracy, he had a very slow hardpoint throughout the entirety, but this is usually this map. This is usually where that man, the Iceman, comes alive.
Accuracy being so patient. Of course, for Attach, he knows Enable was over towards that bell side. This is a 4v3 in favor of FaZe, and it is TK that need to get this bomb down. As we say that, bomb may actually decide to rotate out, but could be a bit of a fake. Of course, there's still 2 players from FaZe over towards A, and this is going to be the fight. Attach.
They allow accuracy to get footing over towards top plat. Attaches here. He's going to climb up. He wins the engagement. There's another player to follow this up for TK. There's still a chance to find an opening in this round. However, you're relying on Enable as well as Pharaoh with the sniper. Enable finds one. Heavily tagged up, and Zuma has a grenade to follow that up, but he only needs his weapon. Meanwhile, it's down to Pharaoh. He gets cleaned up. It's a solid round 1 coming out of FaZe Clan.
And that's the key word there. A solid round number 1. Controlled. It felt very much all FaZe, to be honest. After that first blood comes through from then TK, left with not that many options. You would have loved to see maybe the sniper rotate over towards that site, see if they could try and find an opening pick, but it wasn't the case. FaZe 1-0 up.
Priest has been a monster in the respawn game modes all weekend long. And one thing that I admire after watching FaZe play so many S&D rounds is how, they manage their late game decision making and how much utility they have left to expend to try to retake these bomb sites. It's certainly something that makes them such a strong search and destroy team. However, they dropped one already to TK on that St. Marie.
Oh, yeah, they did. 5-3, I believe the score was in that St. Marie before TK came back. It's now here in round 2, FaZe on the attack. Priesta has already somehow found his way over towards the B site. Little does he know, there aren't that many TK resources there just yet. However, in comes the cavalry. Accuracy has been spotted. Attach doesn't find the pick just yet. Pharaoh peeks, and that's a little bit too wide of a peek.
With Attach shooting like that, it's tough to take him off the map. And the thing here for TK is they had nobody positioned inside that B bomb site. They allow FaZe to establish control over towards top plat, but here come the grenades. They were trying to take him off top plat or off the bomb, and Attach, as he's on this spree, he gets the bomb planted. Now it's up to TK. Down a man, looking to retake the bomb site. And Kenny through the smoke, he gets caught out.
Yeah, Zuma with the cleanup, 4v2. Accuracy and Enable, left for TK. Accuracy drops Enable, a 1v4. I wouldn't hold your breath because that isn't gonna last that long. Attach cleans him up. FaZe Clan cruise through that round number 2, now 2-0 up.
Okay, so it's a slow start for TK, but Benson, I got one question for you.
Sure.
Whose forest is this?
TK's forest. Accuracy and Kenny's forest.
That's the exact answer I wanted to hear. They're no way done just yet. It's only 2 rounds. They're certainly capable of coming back into this one. And really the theme of this entire match, we've brought it up so many times, is the resilience that both teams bring to the table here. You can't count them out of any single situation. Both capable of making massive comebacks. So we expect this one to go the distance. But just like we were pointing out, 0-2 start here for TK as they enter their second offensive round.
I think the big issue, though, is these first 2 rounds haven't been close. Only 1 kill from TK. Make that 2 now as Accuracy finds himself a first blood. 4v3. Replays on mid-map. He's going to drop shot enable. Finds the cleanup. 3v3. Accuracy, though, is deep. Replays finds that pick, and now ring around the rose. He turns around. Can he find 3 for this round? No. Replays does fall. A little bit of support comes through, and TK get their first round now under their belt in this game 5.
And that round is what separates TK from some of the other teams that we see here in Search and Destroy. The decisiveness that they bring to the table, as well as the trust that they have in one another, just baiting and switching all over the map and relying on a teammate to hold an angle and having that trust in your teammate as well. You don't make it this far in the tournament without some level of team chemistry, and I think TK had the best out of any team out there.
They finally get that first round under their belt in the game 5. Pharaoh still wants to keep the sniper rifle out. We'll see if maybe he can try and work a pick, get something, any kind of opening for TK here in round number 4, but it looks as if it's going to be a FaZe. Quick push over towards A, the smoke. It's going to just be enough.
Yeah, they throw 2 smoke grenades here. One to block off this line of sight, another one over towards the cabin wall, and TK, they have nobody in any corner over towards the A bomb site. So at least it'll be a 4-on-4 retake for them. Do they have a lot of utility use? That's going to be the key thing for here. Can they, coordinate a grenade to try to take someone off the cabin wall? Bomb gets planted, and now it's TK on the retake.
Beautiful utility from FaZe to put themselves in a position to plant the bomb.
Whoa!
That's okay. He got a little robbed there, but unfortunately doesn't get the kill, and well, now has to try and repeat. Priesta, attempt number 2, misses. Redetaching it. What? Okay. All right, we're just forget about what happened the first time because that was a blind shot through the wall. Pharaoh's going to go down anyway. Enable 1v3. Makes it a 1v2. 13 seconds on the clock. You're absolutely right, Revan. No time whatsoever to go for the defuse. FaZe Clan 3-1. Now their advantage in game 5.
Oh, and what a different round that is if Pharaoh just finds the kill on that first sniper shot. The second, though, the X-ray vision, spectacular from him. Right through the wall, takes out Attach off of that bomb. But still, it results in a FaZe Clan round victory. So now they go up 3-1, still with that 2-round cushion.
Let's not forget, though, game 2, it was FaZe that had the lead.
With streak.
And they weren't able to close it out there. Can TK fight their way back? Of course, damage has been, isn't at least too much here. It's only 3-1. TK, they just need a little bit of momentum here. Everyone, of course, with a kill now at this point. As the Let's Go TK chant starts over at the furthest point of the nationwide arena. TK fans trying to get behind their team, and that's a good start for them. Accuracy, first blood on Attach.
First bloods are huge in this type of situation, but Zuma, he's pushed so far forward. Do they know he's here? Well, now they do. As Accuracy, he finds the first 2 kills of this round, as it's going to be TK and all-out assault. Well, never mind, they're not going to commit yet in towards the B bomb site. Instead, it's Pharaoh hitting the snipes there. It's all down to Priesta, 1v4. Impossible situation for him. Can he clutch up? Can he do the impossible? Oh, another hit mark here for Pharaoh, but he's going to immediately challenge with the machine pistol to clean it up. Accuracy plus Pharaoh equals round win for TK.
Yes, it most definitely does. Accuracy really coming to life now as Pharaoh's hitting the shots with a sniper rifle, to be fair to the guy. Just not confirming the kills as quickly as he would have liked. That time, of course, he does. No one from TK falls that round, though. We said we wanted to see TK get that momentum, bring themselves back into this game 5. They've done just that now.
And listen, no matter the deficit you face in Search and Destroy, even if you have the lead, it's round by round to secure your spot in the grand finals. This final map, we know it all comes down to this. As it stands, FaZe, they lead TK not only in the round count, but also the first blood count. But it's only that 1 round cushion here for FaZe, not the most comfortable lead at that. But we'll see what they have in store for us here in round 6 as they find themselves back on offense.
Pharaoh still with that sniper rifle, looking for the opening for TK. Of course, they are on the defensive side, absorbing the pressure from FaZe if they decide to push over towards the site. Pharaoh misses, looking for more though, as he gets top flight control. Attach has to be very careful he doesn't peek again, but here comes the utility from FaZe. The nades, you see them being thrown out. Is he going to catch Pharaoh? He's absolute one-shot. Eliminated himself, doesn't matter. Attach will fall. He's hungry for more. Meanwhile, mid-map, Kenny tags up Priesta. Not able to clean him up though.
And you can see how influential the sniper could be on a map like Arden Forest, especially in the hands of Pharaoh. Knows replays. He opened up the entire A bomb site, but maybe he oversteps his boundaries a little bit too much as accuracy makes him pay on the flank. But still, that bomb site open for the time being. FaZe, they're going to commit inside, but accuracy finds another one. And slowly but surely, TK, they're finding their footing here on their force with less than 30 seconds remaining. And Zuma was a 1v4 down to a 1v3. This isn't really a situation you want to plant the bomb, especially considering Pharaoh's on a 3 spree.
And he knows it. That's why he doesn't want to give away any further points. If you could find the pick onto Pharaoh, it would be best case scenario. Kenny's to the right, doesn't spot him. Kenny with an easy kill. And just like that, FaZe's early control, their early lead in game 5, eradicated before your eyes. We're all tied up 3 rounds apiece.
And all it takes is a couple of snipes from Pharaoh. And you got to figure now FaZe and all these future rounds, they have to really watch their angles. And even then, like you saw Pharaoh, he missed a couple shots. Like if he hits those, finds those kills, you could clearly see how he could open up the map just really all by himself. FaZe, they've yet to really respond to that sniper rifle presence. Are they going to maybe bring one out of their own, or are they going to try to adjust their play style? Right here in this mid-game, these small adjustments that you're about to see both teams make is going to determine who will advance to the grand finals.
And to the point you made earlier, if Pharaoh gets streaks,
accuracy with his third first blood, by the way.
He's been very efficient. Pharaoh not going to connect with the first pick. Goes for a bit more of a blind shot there, which he had success in earlier on, of course. Not going to matter this round, though. But they still have that first blood. They have an opening somewhere on the map. It just comes down to now, how is TK going to use that opening to try and get that bomb down and win another round in a row.
And look, accuracy, he didn't have the best game in the previous Hardpoint, but he's shown up here in the Search and Destroy. 7 and 5, 3 first bloods for him. As Pharaoh, his presence with the sniper rifle definitely felt it along the flank. Here comes Priesta, but he's also getting flanked by Kenny. They know for a fact he's here, and now he's dead.
Yeah, flank of a flank, if you will. Priesta goes down. 2v4, attach and replays. It feels like FaZe kind of lost so much momentum now in this Arden Forest game 5. Losers final. This round, of course, is over. It is so important for FaZe that they win this next round. They stop the bleeding, they get a little bit of momentum, a little bit of energy back in this game.
Are they running out of steam? Are they maybe running out of gas on that FaZe side of the stage? Keep in mind, they were up 3-1 in this game, and now it's 4-3 in favor of Team Kaliber. 3 straight rounds, won for them, is now the momentum building on their side.
And you talk about 3 straight rounds, 3 straight first bloods from accuracy in those 3 rounds. Definitely the factor right now for Team Kaliber. They have themselves the advantage. Can they run with that advantage? What's this battle of the stage champions? Stage 1 playoffs was won by FaZe Clan. Stage 2, Team Kaliber. Evil Geniuses awaits in the grand final this year.
No one's watching the fire rally. No one's watching fire rally for FaZe. That allows Kenny to swoop on in, gets first blood first team, but now Pharaoh taking some shots inside that A bomb site. They have FaZe Clan contained, but they're losing their footing kill by kill over towards that A bomb site as Priesta finds Pharaoh. That might be the opening FaZe need.
And keep your eyes out on what Replays has actually just done there. He's backed all the way up, trying to watch that mid-map cut. He's trying to bait out as well. You see him actually shooting his gun there. He's trying to force something to come to him, so the plant goes down maybe a little more peaceful than you would have expected. Replays slow peaks, Kenny tags him up.
Challenge.
He has support. Replays wide peaks, and Replays will fall. 3v2, but for the most part right now, this is a 2v1 on this side.
Look at Kenny. Kenny's on a 5 spree. If TK can capitalize on this retake here, give Kenny the defuse, maybe a kill mixed in here or there, or even an assist, he'll have streaks going to these next couple rounds, but it's attached to first line of defense. Wow. Kenny with the opening kill. One player left to get past. Kenny with the kill, and it's Naval on the follow-up, and now he's got streaks.
FaZe made the comeback in map 2 when they were down 5-3, or sorry, FaZe had the advantage in map 2, up 5-3 with streaks. Now it's TK's turn. Can FaZe do what TK did to them in game 2? The problem is Kenny has been such a factor throughout this entire series. You have to feel him with streaks. He's surely going to close this one out.
We'll see. I mean, we thought the same of FaZe in that game too when they earned their own streaks. And also keep in mind, when FaZe matched up against Team Envious, they were down 5-1 round count in Search and Destroy. They came back to eliminate them from the tournament. So not out of it just yet, but things not looking good for FaZe.
And Kenny could honestly just invest that glide bomb as soon as the game allows him to. It's going to open up that B site now.
Yep.
It's going to open up that B site completely. We're a second shy.
No mountain on Zuma. Double kill?
Just one. Just Priesta. And Priesta's going to be like, really, Zuma, you had to stand that close. Right. But it's a 4v3 in favor of TK. It looks as if Bomb is actually making his way towards B. Pharaoh's been tagged up. This round by no means over just yet. 3v3. Zuma once more. Luckily, the trade comes through. Now a 2v2.
If only Kenny had the bomb. If only Kenny had the bomb, this would have been a free plant over towards the B bomb site, but he's well behind enemy lines. This might help or hurt TK. I mean, you're isolating accuracy over at the bomb.
And this could be $100,000 2v2, the difference in prize pool from 3rd and 2nd place. As Kenny spots Attach, nades thrown out. Attach has to back away, he has been tagged up. They have information on Kenny, still yet to find the information on Accuracy, lingering towards B. Accuracy spots both players from FaZe though, time is ticking. 20 seconds is all you have.
Jump on it.
On the clock. This is going to force Accuracy to potentially try and go for the pick. Replay's watching mid-map. Is he going to spot it? No, Replays go down! And there's the pick from Kenny. Team Kaliber will progress through to the